Please subscribe to Facetv Africa and turn the notification on. Facetv Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming to SAN, my sister Ayo, my sister Bola, my sister Kabola, the press, the fourth round, the friends of the family that are here, the imams, the clerics. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you coming here. You know, my sister said just now that Daddy used to beat her and call her a lot, and that we, the younger ones, were not touched. And I have to say to her that it's a lie. I was touched too. Daddy beat me many times. Daddy was a disciplinarian. He disciplined me many times. Wallahi, I can't forget. There was one time the driver came to pick me up from school, and he came with a taxi. And I said to the driver, why you bring a taxi? Where is the car? He said the car developed a fault. You have to take a taxi to come and take me from school. I said, I'm not going to enter a taxi. Go back home and bring another car. So the driver comes back home to bring another car. And my father sees him. Where's the car? He said, not over there. When they pay taxi back, they also go to your phone, they want to taxi. Making what he lay. If I get more to me, he might be. Father said, okay. If want to be Mercedes Benz, he love me. Over there, go to some people go back there, they move very. When the driver said to me that said that when you get home, that he wants to see you, I said, what are you going to tell that? But I remember, I now got home, I had no choice, I have to go upstairs to go and see Daddy. And I remember my Uncle Bashiru, may Allah forgive him, he has gone back to Allah now. Uncle Bashiru was there that day. I entered the room. My father said he used to walk to school every day. He walked to primary school and walked to secondary school every day in the sun, in the rain. You are telling me that you cannot come back home in a taxi. Bàbá ẹ̀ ó máa ń rìn lọ school, bàbá mi ò ní mọ́tò. He now took a belt. He gave me like 12 lashes. It was my uncle that saved me that day. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ má nà mọ́. And I said, Daddy, I'll find my way to school. Am I fi mọ́tò gbé mi mọ́? I'll find my way to school now. My school was in King's College, Lagos. So imagine from this place to KC. I said I'll find my way to school. So for the next 3 days, I was going by bus, whatever. I was finding my way to school. After 3 days, my father called me. He said, "Ma worry, you take it there, my girl." I never tried that kind of thing again. And that was how Daddy was. You know, he was a very wealthy man, but you know, you have to behave yourself. And if he had become president of Nigeria, he would have made sure that the government behaved itself. The job of government is to bring order and prosperity to the country. He ran under the slogan, farewell to poverty. I want to say to the incoming president, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, that you are part of the June 12 struggle, and you becoming president today is part of the success of June 12. Democracy itself is June 12. My father died for democracy in Nigeria. My mother, may Allah forgive her, Alhaja Kudurat. I remember when I was in the University of Lagos Staff School, and I'll come back home from school, and my mom will be lying down in the sitting room waiting for me, Absat and Jamiu, to come back home. And once we come back home, we find mommy sleeping. We'll now be the ones to wake her up. Mommy, today, for that woman to now become a hero for democracy, you can see that it was not part of our plan. We never planned to donate our mother. We didn't plan to donate our mother to Nigeria. That was not the plan. We were begging mommy that time, mommy, come to America. Don't worry. Just come. You say, I'm coming. I'll come next week. I'll come next week. I'll come next week. Then my brother, Jamie, he said, they come. Mommy will not come. You have to go home and drag her out. That Abacha is going to kill this woman. What she's saying in the press, the demonstrations, what she's doing, Abacha will kill this woman. He said they can go back home, grab mommy, and drag her out. He kept disturbing me. He would call me 1 hour on the phone because he was living in New York. I was living in Washington, D.C. He would call me for 1 hour. I beg you. I said, come, building. Abacha will not kill mommy. What he can do is he might arrest her, he might put her under house arrest, or he might send her into exile. But he will not kill mommy. He said this thing, but mommy was like, this man, and I said, if you are so sure that Abacha will kill mommy, she's also your mother. Why don't you go home yourself and drag her out? The day my mom was killed, when the man called me to tell me that somebody in your family has been shot, and I called, I was trying to reach her. In fact, I was trying to reach her the day before. She was killed on a Tuesday. I was trying to call mommy on Monday. I tried like 7 times. The number wasn't, there was no GSM then. The number was not going. The number was, you dial 234 901 800, 901 802, 901 803. I tried all those numbers. The number was not going through. Just begging my man, say, "Mommy, how are you doing? What's going on?" I couldn't reach her on the phone. So when when the man told me, I said, "Who was killed in my family?" He said, "I don't know. Go and find out." So I'm trying to call home again. I can't reach the house. Nobody's picking. The phone is not even going through. There was no GSM. So I now called my brother in New York. I said, "Baby, somebody said that somebody has been killed in our family. Try to find out what has happened." He called me back in 10 minutes and he was crying. So when I heard him crying, I said, "Okay, so they've killed daddy." They've killed daddy. He said, "No, they killed mommy." I said, "No, they killed daddy." He said, "No, they killed mommy." I said, "No, don't be confused. They killed daddy." He said, "No, they killed mommy." And then they'll tell you to go and drag this woman out. So, alhamdulillah, we thank Allah. We thank Allah that my mother died fighting for justice. And also, unfortunately, 2 years later, my dad also died on the same cause. My mom died before him. She sacrificed her life. We were begging her to come out. Wallahi, you know now what we are begging this woman. Mommy, I'm abo now. Mommy, I'm abo. My wife come home said, "Okay, let's go. Especially the demonstration for Thursday. About demonstration here over the Saturday. Mama, always postponing our coming to America. Alhamdulillah." So a lot of people have died. Not only my mother. A lot of people have died for this democracy, and we have to protect the democracy. And also, one other thing I have to say to the president and also to the governors, we have to be serious about violent crime in Nigeria. My mom was shot in the head. She was shot, just like by a 7 o'clock. She was shot with guns. They fired guns at her car, and one of the bullets hit her on the forehead. You see, a lot of Nigerians are dying. Bandits, terrorists, kidnappers. And in the Nigerian law, there is death penalty for those that engage in these activities. And the Nigerian government, federal and state, have refused to implement the death penalty. My mom was killed. The people that killed her admitted that they were the ones that did it. They are all walking free today. If they catch a kidnapper or a bandit, the Nigerian government has refused to execute the death penalty. You are not killing criminals. Criminals are killing Nigerians and you are not executing them back. Now, if the law says that a kidnapper should be killed, death penalty, and the governors and the president refused to sign a death penalty. They refused to sign it. They are also being lawless. The blood of Nigerians cannot be cheap. Look at me now. My mom was killed in 1994 or 1996. And you can see how the tears that want to come out from me. So imagine a Nigerian that was killed yesterday or last week. How is the family feeling? And then when the Nigerian policemen and the army go and risk their lives to apprehend these criminals, and they now take them to court, the court finds them guilty and pronounces a death sentence on them, then the governor says I cannot sign it. If I was kidnapped in 2017, and my brother, Jami, may Allah bless him, was able to pay my ransom, not everybody can afford to pay ransom. If my brother did not pay my ransom, I will not be standing in front of you right now. How many Nigerians have not been able to pay ransom and they've been killed? And these same kidnappers, when they are finally arrested by the police, the governors will refuse to sign. We have in Niger State right now, like 3 days ago, in Niger State, they raided a village, they kidnapped some people, and they sent a video that if you don't pay ransom by tomorrow, they're going to start killing them. And the president has to work on this matter. Anybody that has been found guilty of kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, found guilty in the court of law should be put to death. We have to put a stop to violent crime in Nigeria. If you don't stop violent crime in Nigeria, there cannot be any economic growth. You cannot have people going to go and mine in a remote location when kidnappers can kidnap them. You cannot have people farming in the villages and then bandits are raiding them. So we have to work on this matter. Without security, there cannot be any economic growth. We asked the president, my father ran under farewell to poverty. We asked the president to try their best and the government to try their best to improve the economic conditions of Nigeria, inshallah. And we also asked the president, the new president and the governors to also do more for the poor, for education and healthcare and infrastructure. So thank you guys for coming. I've said already too much. Thank you very much, and God bless the Federal Republic.
Please subscribe to Face TV Africa and turn the notification on. Face TV Africa, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.